exactly what they said, solving today's crisis, which is creating the Adult Refugee Assistance Program. So I am a graduate from the Cal State, or the TESOL program here at Cal State Fullerton, and this was my program development plan for Dr. Iring's TESOL 540 course. Okay, so throughout the presentation, I'll be describing exactly why this is an ongoing problem in today's world, and I will also be discussing the framework for this program. Okay, but just a little background before I begin, just so you know why this topic interested me, is I'm Palestinian American. My parents are Palestinian. I'm American, born here. And so growing up, I was surrounded by different organizations, Palestinian organizations, that help Palestinians back home, as well as refugees that came to the United States and that are international. And so from a young age, I was able to see that the refugees coming in need a program that helped them economically, socially, financially, medically, and for their overall basic quality of life. Also, my father-in-law is a Palestinian refugee who grew up in Jordan. And so since I've been married, I've been discussing with him all of the factors that he wished he had in a program while he was learning English through UNICEF schools. So this topic is very dear to my heart. So to start, I just want to discuss what is needed in order to design an adult literacy program. So these are points that I learned in my TESOL 540 course. So first, you have to designate a program rationale and philosophy. You have to know the location and delivery, the financial resources and the fundraising, recruitment and retention, and methods. You also need curriculum, assessment, and materials and technology. But for the last three parts, I won't discuss it in my presentation, but they are on the handout that was passed to you. So first, how will the Adult Refugee Assistance Program be successful? And to shorten it, I will just refer it to ARAP, okay, because it's a long name. So what we're going to do with this program is we're going to create a social support network. So that's going to include a lot of volunteers, mentors, teachers, coordinators, and friends. Okay, and so it's all the types of people that are interested in the cause and want to work together for the success of refugee literacy. And we're also going to work with nonprofit organizations that are in the area that are already successful and already have experience working with refugees. So a major one that we have in Southern California is called Brizate Society, and that's a Palestinian organization. So we will work hand in hand with them. We will also work and use the facilities of the Arab American Community Center. So that's a new center that's located in Buena Park, California. Okay? Excuse me. And we will also work with St. Anne's Melkite Catholic Cathedral. So this is a church that can be found in North Hollywood, California. And they've already found homes and employed many Syrian refugees that came into the area. So a lot of Syrians and Syrians, Palestinians, as well as Lebanese refugees do attend this church. So they have a lot of experience. So we can work hand in hand with them, find out how they are so successful, and take their framework and apply it to our program. Okay, so the question is, why is this such a big problem in today's world? Well, the United States is the world's top resettlement country for refugees. Okay, so in 2015, the United States resettled 69,933 refugees, which is a large number. So the Obama administration saw this number, and they increased the number of refugees they accept in the area from 70,000 to 85,000 for 2016. Okay, so this is just the United States. But in the world, there's 59.5 million refugees that have been displaced internationally. Excuse me. And these come from Africa, they come from Europe, they come from Latin America, as well as the Middle East. Okay, so it's a very big problem. And then the ongoing war in Syria alone has led to 4.1 million people to seek refuge in neighboring countries. So if you catch the news, you see many Syrian refugees on lifeboats traveling to Greece, Italy, Cyprus, all the neighboring countries to find protection. Okay, so the intended outcome of this program It's to guide limited English-speaking adult refugees towards financial and emotional self-sufficiency. It's also to provide a channel for commonality and encouragement, and it's to create a foundation for an occupational curriculum. Okay, now for location and delivery for ARAP. So California actually has had one of the highest amounts of refugees admitted into the United States in 2011. So out of 56,384 refugees, 4,987 entered into California. So that's 8.8%. Okay, so in other states, they entered into other states, but there were problems with that in regards to legal matters, schooling, medical practices, and family ties. And that's according to Smokelin and Werner Smith. But California, we didn't have such a big problem, or we don't, because California itself is a very diverse group. Okay, we have refugees already, we have a lot of immigrants, we have a lot of international students, so we're able to handle the influx of refugees coming in. But we want to make sure that that is never a problem for us. Okay, so we will bridge linguistic and cultural differences by providing academic and social support to any adult refugee located in Northern Orange County and Los Angeles County. So we're hoping to build this program in this area, move to San Diego County, as well as Northern California. Okay, so for financial resources and fundraising. So like I said before, we are going to link our program to successful nonprofit organizations in the area. So we're going to link it to Berzate Society and use much of what they do in regards to providing financial support. So for Berzate Society, they ask for membership dues. Okay, so for our program, how we're going to build is we're going to ask for membership dues as well to provide resources, facilities, classrooms, and meeting rooms. But we also have a link with a community center as well as a church. So we will be providing those with all the resources that we have. We will also be hosting events like bake sales, film showings. We'll have parties, conventions, and we can also arrange tables at weekly farmer markets and town hall meetings. So by doing that, we can have refugees display their culture. They can find other refugees from other countries and form a bond. Okay, so it's very important for them. And how we will do these events is we will advertise. So we will use CBO newsletters, nonprofit organization newsletters, and we will advertise through city bulletins. Okay, lastly, what we can do is in the area, there's a lot of companies that have volunteer platforms. So if we work with Albertsons, Walt Disney, Home Depot, Verizon, we can be provided with fundraising and money that way. Okay, now recruitment. So it's very important to find the refugees in the area to have for the program. So how we're going to recruit is we're going to hold on-site interviews. So we will not hold these interviews at a home, but we will host them at the Arab American Community Center or St. Anne's Church. And we will ask questions in regards to their English language competency, their level of education, their residence, where they're located. And so from those answers, we will be able to recruit the refugees that way. We will also recruit by distributing the flyers. So we can distribute flyers in local areas and universities. And we will advertise in the Berzate Society ad books and newsletters. And those ad books and newsletters are actually, they're sent internationally. So people or refugees who know that they're coming to the United States, they might prefer to come to California knowing that there is a program that's designed just for them. We will also have an online website and a Facebook page. And we will also have adult ESL instructors from the community act as volunteers, administrators, directors, and instructors. So especially for Cal State Fullerton, we have Project Shine. We can use those instructors. They can gain those hours by working in this program. Okay, now retention. With adult ESL courses, it's very hard to keep and retain their members. And so we will have a carpool system because a lot of students, they're unable to attend courses because of transportation. So we'll make sure that there's a carpool system by providing a relationship with local taxi services and with Uber. So Berzait Society, they already have a successful program that way because for conventions, they already know how to set up connections with Uber, so we'll use much of what they do. We'll also have meals and snacks that are provided to them while they are attending classes, and those are paid for from the membership dues. We'll also have a membership or a member program agreement for attendance. So students that are entering into the program, they first have to sign this agreement, and if they do not attend a certain amount of time, they're basically kicked out. So it gives them the push that they need to make sure that they are attending classes. We will also have on-site volunteer childcare at the church facilities as well as the Arab American Community Center. So a lot of the youth that are in Berzait Society, they have to complete a certain amount of hours for their high school, for their community service. And so we'll make sure that they can fulfill that through the program. And lastly, we will be telling them that ARAP is not just a program that offers English help or job readiness or acculturation lessons, but it is a program that will help refugees gain autonomy, encouragement, and unity. Okay, and then for the methods. So ARAP has an intended curriculum that incorporates the functional, new literacy, and critical literacy philosophies of adult ESL and EFL. So it incorporates functional literacy and new literacy because the program attempts to describe and practice social interaction and work readiness with real human contexts. Okay, and it incorporates critical literacy because the program's main goal is to help attendees gain social justice and empowers them to bring about change in society. Okay, so then ARAP will also have a curriculum designed around a multi-level classroom. And so we will be able to see what level the students are at by giving them a needs assessment. And then we will incorporate different approaches and methods that are for a multi-level classroom, like the communicative language teaching approach, or role play, information graph, and life skills reading. Okay, so lastly, the conclusion. So this program development plan has many intricacies, but it is designed to create a fully functioning support network and provide English instruction to a population that needs help in gaining strength in their new society. It is also a program plan. It is a positive and proactive avenue to a brighter future for all refugees entering into the United States. Okay, so here are the references. And on your handout on the lower right-hand corner, it does give my email, my information. So if you have any questions in regards to the PowerPoint, about this development plan, if you're interested in setting this up, please contact me. I'm very interested in making this program a reality, and I can use everyone's help. So thank you very much.